Corey, I don't know about you, but I'm almost at my breaking point.
Can a ghost take on the lone wolf? Maybe. Tracking, analyzing, stalking, patiently, tirelessly. But there is no place for the weak and the wounded here. We are wolves.
Corey, Ubisoft just launched Ghost Recon Breakpoint, and you and I have dove in hard, man. We jumped out, launched our parachute this time.
Yeah.
Because we didn't the first time. I did. You didn't. I didn't realize.
I didn't have one.
I didn't know you didn't have a parachute, man.
Well, to be honest, I mean, I took my life in my own hands. I jumped out of the helicopter and was like, oh, yeah, don't have a parachute. So paid for that one.
Yeah, sure did. But we are back in the Breakpoint now with a parachute. And what do you think?
Oh, man. You know what? This game, the games I play, I didn't get into Wildlands very much. The Division just, it wasn't for me.
No, it
so
wasn't
coming
either.
into this, we got to play a little bit of early access, a little beta.
Yeah.
And I did enjoy it, but I just didn't know if it's something I could stick with. But let me tell you, now that I'm in it,
You're stuck.
I am stuck.
Yeah.
This game is a lot of fun.
It's a ton of fun, but where it shines the most is when you're playing with your buddies. And dude, you, me, Scott, Steve.
We got Steve in on it.
We got Steve in it. We're all together every night. Yo, you guys down for Breakpoint?
Yep.
Yep, let's go. And that's the way to roll this game. I played, at this point, I'm 32 hours in. 32, 33 hours in. I am at gear level 103. So
Nice.
I'm
You're
grinding.
getting there.
I'm
You're
there,
getting there.
right? So I've sunk my time in to know the ins and outs of this game. There is a moment when you play solo and it gets you through the game, but it's not near as fun when you're playing with your crew.
Yeah, it's
But-
just that multiplayer co-op aspect really enhances this one.
There's certain missions, though, that are geared towards that. Before, when you were playing Wildlands, you had 3 other buddies
Yeah,
with
you always
right?
had them with
you.
you.
You had AI to help you out. So when I get a go hijack this truck mission, or go do this, and it requires teammates, and I'm in solo,
Yeah.
it takes away from the game.
Oof. You have to be. It's not that it's impossible to do.
I've done it,
You have to be
but-
prepared to take significantly longer amount of time to complete that task. And for some people, that might be okay. They might want to do it solo, or might, invite that challenge.
Yeah.
But there's just something about hitting those sync shots with your teammates that is just way more satisfying when you do it with somebody else, opposed to just doing it with your drone.
Yeah, absolutely. Besides the main part of being a focus on co-op, that's really where they shine this year, is that they took Wildlands and what everybody liked with the co-op and it kind of enhanced it and made it a real focus this time for Breakpoint. But the story, man, the story is so good. And we all know what's going on with Walker. Walker's the bad guy.
Yeah.
You played the DLC in Wildlands, you were teammates. Now you get in here and all of a sudden Walker's turn, you're going, whoa, what's going on?
And he's wreaking havoc.
Man, he's making a mess of things, and he's brought in the wolves, and the wolves are no joke.
Yeah, like you run into the regular NPC guys all over the map,
you're dead.
but when you see that squad of wolves walking around with a drone, you approach it differently in this game, because if they turn on you and they start coming after you, it's a lot more difficult to get rid of those guys than it is just anybody else in this game.
Absolutely, because if you set the alarm off or you get picked off by a drone, so man, these drones, you'll be out just walking around, going from one point to the next point, and all of a sudden you can hear a helicopter or you can hear that drone flying overhead, and if you get spotted, all hell breaks loose, and then like these guys are on top of you.
They swarm you.
And I don't know how many times I've died just because the minute I hear, I'm on the ground, and I kind of find this, I get why they've done this, that the island's been taken over by Walker and the wolves, and then there's this force out there now that you have to watch. And
they're essentially patrolling the entire island all the time, non-stop. And I know where you're going.
Yeah.
It feels like we're dropping every 5 minutes to hide.
Exactly.
And it's kind of breaking up the game flow. You know what I mean? Like we may be moving from objective to objective. If you're on the ground, you always have to be aware of being spotted, whether it's by, patrols walking around, or it's a drone in the air, or a helicopter coming through, or a plane flying by. You've got to be aware of all of it, but it does feel like it kind of takes away from, you moving forward in this game.
the easiest way to go around Wildlands was a helicopter, and that's no different here in Breakpoint.
It's a huge map.
It is so big.
Huge map.
It's so big. We are on one side of the map, and the other day our objective was like 15 kilometers away. And we were like, okay, I'm going to fly over there. And you're like, okay, I'm going to go grab a drink.
Yeah, like, I'm riding in the helicopter. That's a 5-minute trip.
But what they have also done, if you've made it to that part of the island and you set up these save points or these checkpoints, they're bivouacs. So it allows you to go in, and when you teleport, you fast travel to these points, and then I hit a click of a button, and you guys, boom, instantly teleport, and you join us.
And we're right there. And you know what?
So cool.
They're
What a
all
great
over
idea.
the map, too.
Yes.
And for this game, you need that fast travel aspect, because you know what? When you're 100 hours into this game, the last thing I want to do is hop in a helicopter and fly for 5 minutes to a place I've been to before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's having those bivouacs there, it makes it just that much nicer to travel around this huge map.
It is so big. It is gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Corey, I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, we've had a great time with this game, but there
Yes.
are some things we need to address.
Ooh, you want to go first, or you want to let me do it?
You know what? I'm going to let you fly with this one, because I know you've got a few good ones.
I've got huge issues. I am blown away. Honestly, the game needs 6 more months of polish, because this game is borderline broken. Because I got texture clipping, I've got buildings that are clipping. It's not just
you've
when
had
you're-
some really weird stuff going on.
I'm on an Xbox One X. It's not like I've got the OG Xbox.
Like
at this
me,
point.
that's what I've got. And I've
Exactly.
noticed cutscene kind of chugging through some of these cinematics. And, I'm like, okay, I'll chalk it up to the Xbox, because you guys don't seem to be having the same problems.
Oh, man.
But it's happening.
The other night I'm out there and I'm droning areas, okay? And as I'm droning the zone, because that's what I want to do, is I want to see what are wolves out here, or just regular NPCs, or like the enemies?
Yeah, who are you dealing with?
So I'm zoning out the area and I'm droning away, and I'm on this one point. I come in and there's a shell of a building, okay? And then I zoom in a little bit further. All of a sudden, poof, there's the building. And I went, huh? And I went back out and went, there's the shell again. And I went back in and went, poof, there's the building. Man, dude, you never saw any of this in Wildlands.
And you shouldn't have it in this game.
Okay, so the first hour of the game, you are hit with a few cutscenes.
Yeah.
It's natural. This is how the story progresses and gets you into the game. Okay, so then why am I in the first hour getting the last end of an audio getting completely clipped out? There'd be a full conversation, which none of the lips match the conversation.
No, you know what? That bugged me. Yeah.
And I'm just like, what is, like,
It's like,
just
really?
not even close.
Yeah.
The sync is not even close at most of it.
Yeah.
Half the times you're at the main, help me out here. What's the main place, the main big?
It's like Eurowan or
That's it.
Yeah, something like
you're
that.
there.
Erewhon.
You want to go to Erewhon and you want to talk to Mads, okay?
Yeah.
So Mads is the guy who helps you out with all these faction missions and some of the story and everything else.
Cool character in the game.
Sure, but it's cool when you walk into his partner in his space there and he's got a green dot or a dot of his icon and no Mads. And all of a sudden you walk there and you're like, where's my guy?
Where is
and then
he?
poof, there he is. I'm like, this isn't a static area within the game.
It never changes.
The guy is always there.
Yeah.
So why does he suddenly just pop in? Again, that was audio. The audio thing for me was I was blown away to the fact that when they're in a cutscene, it is a cutscene. This thing is finished, polished, should be done.
Yeah, there's no changing to it.
No, nothing, right? It's not like I'm suddenly moving or interacting somehow. And I lose the last 4 or 5 words of that cutscene. The voiceover just completely disappears.
Mine would chunk in the middle of the cutscene. I'd lose parts of the audio during the cutscene. I mean, without the subtitles, I probably wouldn't be able to understand what's going on.
It's so irritating. And I just, because I come from Wildlands where I've sunk
You've sunk so much time into that game, it's unbelievable.
I love Ghost Recon. I love Breakpoint, and I love Wildlands. So I'm here to compare both now at this point, because I'm 150 hours in over at Wildlands, and I'm just at the 32.
You'll be cruising up to that number soon enough,
I'll be
though,
hitting
really
that
playing this
without
game.
a doubt. But at the same time, I'm going, man, if someone who hasn't played Ghost Recon starts this, and this is what they see within the first hour, you get audio clipping, you're getting texture clipping, you're getting characters that are just disappearing in and out of nowhere. A whole building just shows up, and I'm just like, people are going to bail on the game.
It's not good.
No, so I'm definitely a little concerned about that. We talked about a bit of this, a bit of that. I want to talk about some of the things they've added into Breakpoint that weren't there for Wildlands. And this now, Breakpoint for me, Ghost Recon Breakpoint is turned into a looter shooter.
Yeah. Oh,
Which-
yeah, loot aplenty.
Wow, like phenomenal looter shooter. I am constantly getting new gear
All the time.
upgrading this, swapping out a gun. I will go into maybe play for an hour, 2 hours, and I switch that gun. Like, so you can carry 2 heavies, 2 mains, and your pistol.
Yep.
So I'm swapping those out probably, I want to say, half a dozen times, if not more, within those
easily,
hour to 2
easily.
hours. And I'm leveling up probably about 10 gear levels too.
Yeah,
So
the
it's not like
progression
it's
is
a struggle
fast.
either.
Yeah, you
Which
don't.
is great.
Like it is a grind, yeah.
It is.
But it doesn't make you feel like it. Like yeah, I hop in, I can play for an hour, and I'm already up, 10, 12 gear levels. It's like
Yeah.
okay, well, I'm making progress fairly fast in this.
Yep.
So you kind of stick with it, and that's what keeps you going.
For the first time ever, Ghost Recon is bringing a raid, but you
Yeah.
have to be level 50. Level
150,
150.
yeah,
I'm sorry,
150.
level 150. And part of me is a little concerned that, okay, you got me. I'll grind to that 150, no problem.
Yeah.
I saw a behemoth today. It was level 220. I was like, man, I ain't messing with this thing. I'm out of here. I know it'll just destroy me, right?
Yes.
But for the raid to be at 150, I'm a little concerned that a lot of people, are going to encounter all these issues I've already mentioned.
Yeah.
And they're going to bounce on the game.
They're
So
not going to
gonna
make it to that point.
They'll be 20 hours in, and then they'll be gone.
Yeah.
Right? So at this point, for 100 gear level, I'm 30 hours in. So I've got maybe another 10, 15, maybe 20 hours yet to go to
get
hit that
to that
150.
150. They should have
So-
made it 100.
Exactly. I think they made it a little bit too far and too much to get everybody in. They should have went with maybe, I'm thinking, about a 100.
Yep.
Give us a mini raid. Oh, okay, now I get how it works in this system. Oh, cool, this raid is cool. Boom, now I want to get to that 200 mark.
Exactly.
Right? Now let's really get grinding and then progress because it is so big. There's so much to do.
Yeah.
If you do everything, you are going to hit 200. No problem.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I'm already almost 50 level for gear.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've put about 12 hours into the game. So,
Sure.
and it feels like, I don't feel like it took forever to get to that point. I
No.
mean, I'm at 50, I'm like, all right, feeling pretty good. Like we're
Yeah.
cruising through this game, getting things done. And it feels good to have that type of progression. But yeah, just 150 seems like a stretch.
It does.
Especially if it starts slowing down after 100. Those last 50 levels are going to feel way longer than the first 100.
Exactly. So I'm thinking I'm still in for another 20 hours yet before I hit that 150. So this
Yeah.
is going to put me around 50 to 60 hours to hit 150. Let's be honest, most people nowadays never finish a video game.
No.
So no one's going to stick around for 150 hours. Not no one, but a lot of people are going to leave that. And
Don't
I
have
think
as
it's
much time
unfortunate.
to,
Exactly.
commit to playing a game that
There's-
requires over 100
This
plus
new
hours.
game is out. That new game is out, and they're just going to leave, right? So that's a concern for me. But I did appreciate what they're doing this time, though, is they bring in these factions, and these faction missions allow you to get battle rewards.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is something that's new. So instead of paying for what we all know as a battle pass,
Yeah, which has become very popular over the
very,
last
very
year.
popular, even coming to Rainbow Six
Yeah.
now. But they've gone away and said, here, we're going to give you a battle pass for free.
Which is awesome.
So you go out and you help Mads and you help others do these faction missions that allow you to get gear points to go towards this stuff, and it rewards you
Yeah.
with stuff you can only get there. So face paint, camo gear,
Yeah.
weapon skins.
Yeah, it's
and
exclusive just to that, and it's
Yeah.
available for free, which
Blew me
almost
away.
seems kind of ridiculous. And I'm wondering if there's going to be some sort of microtransaction thrown in there at some point if this is successful. You never know.
Sure.
But I will take free as long as I can get it. So
Yeah, and this is the first iteration of this, and they said they're going to keep it coming.
Yeah.
So, man, I was pretty excited to see. All in all, Corey, I think we've had our highs and our lows with Breakpoint.
Yeah, we got to get back to playing it right now, so we
That's
should
all I
score
wanna
this
do.
one.
Yeah, let's score it up. What are you going to give this one?
You know what? Right off the bat, because we got early access with this game, we've kind of seen this game in development and where
Sure.
it's come and where we're at with it now. And obviously, me, you, and Scott, the guys have enjoyed playing this game.
Yeah.
There are some outstanding issues that I'm really hoping get ironed out because it will enhance that gameplay,
Yeah.
that much more. But overall, I had a blast playing this one. I'm going to give it a solid 8.
Okay, I'm a little bit lower because I've come from Wildlands where I saw the polish. So I have high expectations. I played the closed beta,
Yeah.
I played the open beta, and I knew the progression moving forward, right? But I can't deny the amount of technical issues to me that just shouldn't be there. As far as I'm concerned, there's no excuse for audio clipping.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be
No,
there. It is
you're
a
right.
cutscene. That should be done. So for me, 7.
Ghost Recon Breakpoint is a great squad-based stealth shooter that allows you and up to 3 friends to team up as ghosts to defeat the wolves and other enemy forces occupying the island. That's definitely where this one shines in the multiplayer, but it's not without its dull spots. Audio clipping and cutscenes made some almost unwatchable. Some of the cosmetics appeared one color, but when applied turned out to be another, which was really frustrating. Overall, Breakpoint feels like the game we all want it to be, but the early goings have been rough. Hopefully future updates will help propel this game to where it really was expected to be.
Who are you?
I was invited. Who the hell are you?
Another one. You can always
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos.
We don't allow shooting in Erewhon.
No, what's Erewhon?
The cave. That's what we call it. Get in.